This episode of Pool Magazine Podcast is proudly sponsored by Aquamatic Cover Systems, the leaders in functional technology across an entire spectrum of swimming pool covers. Today, retractable pool covers are an important part of any pool project. Regardless of your needs or budget, if your concerns are safety, energy efficiency, pool cleanliness, evaporation control, or all the above, Aquamatic has you covered. To learn more about Hydrolux, our most advanced and adaptable automatic system, visit us on the web today at aquamatic.com.
Welcome back to another episode of the Pool Magazine Podcast, your go-to spot for what's happening in the pool and spa industry. As always, I'm your host, Joe Trusty, and today we've got a returning guest, someone we always look forward to chatting with this time of year, Megan Magana, show manager of the International Pool Spa Patio Expo, co-located with Deck Expo, PSP Deck Expo for short. We're proud to be the digital trade publication partner for the show again this year, and I'm pumped to talk about what's coming up at this year's event in Las Vegas. Education, innovation, networking, parties, you name it. This show's got it all. Megan, welcome back. Always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you so much. So happy to continue working with this show and this industry. It's amazing. So I'm so happy to be talking with y'all and to be working on this event.
I'm excited. I mean, the PSP Deck Expo is headed back to Sin City again this year. I mean, it's hard to beat a pool and spa show in America's playground. I mean, who isn't looking for the perfect excuse for a trip to Vegas, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Let's book that, quote unquote business trip right now and go get all those networking and connections, but we'll have some fun too.
Yeah, it's a perfect backdrop. High energy, big visuals out there, a lot of poolside inspiration. Let's start with the biggest reason that folks want to attend this world-class event, and that's education. The program seems to get better and better. For those looking to upscale their skills or expand their service offerings, what can they expect from the education tracks this year?
So I do feel like I should start with identifying all of the education types, because you're right, is that it is a huge program and there's so many opportunities, but we also have so many avenues to learn on the education. So to start with, we have our pre-conference classes, and those are from our association partner, PHTA and Genesis. And these are like intense high-level classes that are happening from October 19th through the 21st. And then we go into our core conference sessions. And so those are like the classroom sessions that are happening in the mornings from October 20th through the 24th. And when those are complete for the day, folks can head into the expo hall. And then in the expo hall, there's the show floor education sessions. And these are like demo focused. They're short, punchy, easy to go see a solution in the sessions. And then we'll just walk a few feet over to the products that can help. And then finally, we have our post-conference from our friends at Pool Nation. And they're going to be hosting their Pool Nation conference on the Friday and Saturday of the event.
I took a look at some of the courses being taught this year. It seems to me like whether you're running a construction crew or you're managing a retail store or anything in between, that there's something tailored for everyone at the show. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like our education program is designed with input from our amazing education advisory board. And these folks represent those very disciplines, the builders, the service techs, the retailers, the business owners. And what's great about the education program is how it really brings the whole industry together. It's not about just like sitting in a classroom. It's still an exchange of ideas where like a pool builder might pick up something from a retail session, or a service tech might learn something that helps them, solve a design problem that they've been stuck on. So it's honestly really what this event is about, is creating those spaces where everyone can learn and grow and just get together and solve problems.
Sure. I mean, let's dive into the fun stuff. You guys always bring the party. Last year's party was awesome. I always have a great time at the welcome party. There's so much happening at the show. Can you give us a lowdown on some of the can't miss events that everybody should put on their radar this year?
Yeah. Oh, so the welcome party is so fun. And so for those of folks who were with us in 2023, we're heading back to that location since it was so popular. We'll be at the IU Day Club, which is in Resorts World. And that hotel is in our hotel block. So if you have not already, please book your hotel. And the party is designed as the perfect starting point for the evening. We do realize, as you mentioned, it is Vegas. People want to go out and have fun. So stop at the welcome party first, and you can hydrate, you can caffeinate, and you can celebrate before you head out for all those evening activities. And the cool thing about that AUD club is you'll have the pools, you'll have the cabanas, so it suits this audience perfectly. And then also on the special events side, we are going to have the 5th edition of the Pool Nation Awards. This is a black tie event, and it will recognize industry excellence with awards for fun stuff like the best truck wrap, the sales reps of the year. We have product awards, and then we have those super fun pool guy and pool girl of the year honors.
I mean, with that, we're going to take a short break for a message from one of our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this quick sponsored message from Genesis and the Pool and Hot Tub Alliance.
Today's episode of Pool Magazine Podcast is proudly brought to you by Genesis and the Pool and Hot Tub Alliance. Genesis trained professionals build pools that clients rave about, turning satisfied customers into powerful referrals. Our curriculum is designed to equip you with the knowledge and skills to create extraordinary outdoor living spaces. Invest in your employees with Genesis and watch your team thrive.
And we're back. One of the biggest reasons why this has become such a big event for us is the networking opportunities. And I always say, if you don't make a bunch of great contacts and prospects at the PSP Expo, you must be actively trying to avoid people. I mean, there's literally opportunity around every booth corner. And I was hoping you could talk about why this is such a great networking opportunity for exhibitors and attendees alike.
So I think the magic of the show is how it really does bring together every segment of the industry. When you have those service techs and those builders and those retailers and those deck pros, and they're all mingling with the manufacturers and the distributors, that's where connections happen naturally. So we've intentionally designed the show floor to maximize that networking. That layout really invites people to explore, but then you can also, if you want to stop at one of the lounges or one of the gathering areas, you can, and those conversations can continue organically. And then one thing that we've had for the past couple of years that we will have this year is our matchmaking platform. And that comes free with your registration, whether you are an attendee or an exhibitor. And it connects attendees and the exhibitors with the exact products or attendees that they're looking for. So if you're an attendee, when you register, one of the questions we ask you is, what products are you looking for? There's check boxes for things that you can check off of what you're looking for. And we ask this very similar question to exhibitors when exhibitors sign up for their booth. So then what we can do on the back end is facilitate meetings on site and go to one attendee and say, hey, I know that you were looking for X product. You were looking for tile. Did you know we have this tile manufacturer who has exactly what you're looking for? And we can go to the exhibitor and say, hey, exhibitor, here's this attendee who's looking for tile and you offer tile. Let us set up a meeting for you on site. And so you can roll up on site as an attendee and have a slate of matchmaking meetings set up and ready to go so that you can find what you're looking for.
I love it. I mean, that's something I definitely would take advantage of. It's like speed dating to find new vendors or partners. That's wonderful. Let's switch gears to something I've personally been tracking, new tech and rising brands that are making a splash. I've been seeing a lot of buzz around names like Beta, Beatbot, and Hyper, and I really feel like there's a lot of new faces on the showroom floor this year. Why do you think it's important for these emerging brands to take advantage of this show in particular? I mean, what kind of impact can it have for them in terms of their visibility, credibility, and connecting with pool pros and consumers?
When these new brands come and exhibit at PSP Expo, they're immediately positioned alongside established industry leaders. And so it creates a really positive association that would take years to build otherwise. If you're a new exhibitor coming in, a new manufacturer, you're a new company who's out there, you can immediately be within the same vicinity as some of these industry leaders who have a little more time in the industry. But by being next door to each other, next door on the expo hall, it just proves to the industry that there's new folks on the block and there's serious players who are here to stay. And so for so many new brands, establishing those distribution channels is a must. That's, probably number one thing on their business plan. And so as part of PSP Expo, they can connect with distributors and retailers from across the country in just a few days. And normally that would take months, if not years, to build that up.
I know you have a lot of different ways to highlight the new kids on the block. I mean, how does the show help shine a spotlight on the up and coming brands and innovative products that might be flying under the radar this year?
So one fun thing that we have is the Innovative Product Showcase. And that's a dedicated area on the show floor. So emerging brands can come in and display their products, and attendees can get a first look at what's going on. And then, down to the way that the show floor is laid out. New exhibitors are positioned to maximize foot traffic, and that floor plan encourages exploration kind of beyond those major brands. And then again, that matchmaking platform, it's a really cool way to facilitate those one-on-one on-site meetings with attendees and vendors.
The last few years, the show has been co-located with the Deck Expo. How does that co-location bring added value for pool pros?
I think that the co-location of the International Pool Spa Patio Expo combined with Deck Expo, it's just a comprehensive industry event that's reflective of what today's homeowners are looking for. So with the two of these together, with Pool Spa Patio and Deck, there can be knowledge sharing, there can be connections, and there's just that ability to better serve the end client, that homeowner.
That's a good point. I mean, there's a ton of trade shows out there, Megan, but this one always feels a little bit different to me. I've been to literally all of them, and I always tell people PSP Deck Expo is the one that you don't skip. So let's dig into that a little bit. I mean, what makes this the flagship show for our industry?
Oh, don't make me cry. So I think what makes it special is the possibilities. And it's those moments when you're standing in the aisle and you bump into someone who you haven't seen in a while. I think, I love when people tell me, oh, this is where all my friends are. This is my family reunion. This is my friends reunion. So it's those kinds of moments, or it's the story of someone who's made a career switch into the pool industry and they're here to learn and connect. Or it's the parent who's passing down his pool business to his kids and he wants to make sure that they're set up for success and they have a community that they can lean on and they always have a place where they can go. So it really is where we all come together, and it's just for a few days. It's in one location, but the benefits are all year round. And then another cool thing is that it's in October this year. And it's for us, it's not the end of the year, it's the beginning of the next year. So coming to the show in 2025, that's what is going to launch us into 2026. It's where products are going to debut. It's where, new things that are coming on the market are going to happen and have their debut as well. So it's really where you can get the competitive edge for the next year after you've come back home and absorbed everything.
Totally agree. I mean, it's the year's biggest event for all the reps and the stakeholders that I talk to. They say it's like the Super Bowl for the pool industry.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
Now let's talk to the folks who've never been. I mean, maybe they're new to the industry, maybe they've never made the trip. What should a first timer expect, and how can they make the most out of attending the PSP Deck Expo?
I would say if we are in the calendar year 2025 right now, but if you want to have a great year in 2026, you need to be at the Pool Spa Patio Expo in October. It's a few days. It's going to set you up for a year. Now, I get that, like, stepping away from the field, the office, your daily operations, your route, I know that's challenging because I know how demanding, routes and businesses and hiring and staffing and all of that can be. But what you gain by attending, it doesn't go away when you come back home. Like those, days that you're there are going to have benefits all year. And then for first timers who are coming in, my biggest piece of advice is just do a little bit of prep work before you get there. Hop onto our website, poolspapatio.com, see all the education, the special events, the vendor list, and just write yourself just a rough plan, even if you just write it on at the back of a napkin of, say, these are the sessions I want to go to, these are the vendors I want to talk to, and I want to meet 4 new friends. So kind of give yourself just a rough plan and you are going to have such a great show.
100%. I always tell people, check out the show floor plan, bring
Oh,
good
yeah.
shoes because you're going to wear them out. Bring your business cards and bring
Yep.
an open mind.
Yep. Yep. So, and on the shoe thing, bring like maybe 2 or 3 different pairs of shoes. That is, as a trade show veteran, that is my piece of advice. To keep your feet comfortable, switch out your shoes every day.
Hey, Megan, before we
Yeah.
wrap, I'm going to put you on the spot. What are you
Oh,
most
no.
excited about this year personally about this event?
Oh, so we have something new this year. So for the first time, we are offering 3 distinct keynote experiences that are really going to speak to different aspects of the business. So there's going to be one each morning, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So day one is going to be an industry insights panel. And what makes this so valuable is the interactive component, is that attendees will be able to participate in real-time surveys and we'll all see the benchmarks. So it's very actionable insights and intelligence that you won't be able to get anywhere else. And then on day two, we're going to have Dallas Cowboys legend Darren Woodson, who is going to speak on creating cultures of excellence. And this resonates with me as a sports fan because he's going to draw these parallels between sports teams and businesses and teams that win championships versus businesses that do really well. And then on day three, we're going to have a session around the women of water, and that is going to be powered by PHTA and Pool Corps. And this session is just going to go beyond like the traditional professional development and really dive into more ways to like clarify your purpose and build authentic confidence. And so with these 3 keynotes together, it's just a really great framework for the future and for success. It's knowing the market landscape, it's building those winning teams, and it's going to be about developing leadership qualities. I truly believe it is the most robust keynote program that we've ever had.
Awesome. I mean, it looks like there's a lot to look forward to this year. Megan, it's always great having you on. Thanks for giving us the inside scoop about what's shaping up to be another incredible year for PSP Deck Expo.
Thank y'all so much. For folks who've listened to the podcast, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone in October. So I'm going to drop a promo code on you for sticking with us. It is Pool Mag 25, and Pool Magazine readers can come into the show floor with a complimentary Expo pass and come see the Pool Magazine booth, see a bunch of other booths, get some show floor education, and get that networking. So it is Pool Mag 25.
For those of you listening, if you haven't registered yet, you could start now. Registration is officially open. This is the event where the entire pool, spa, and outdoor living industry comes together. Whether you're going there to learn, grow your business, see the latest tech, or just catch up with friends and peers, you'll find it all in Vegas this October. We'll be there covering all the action as the official digital media partner, and we hope to see you there on the show floor. Until next time, I'm Joe Trusty with Pool Magazine. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time on another episode of Pool Magazine Podcast.
This episode of Pool Magazine Podcast is proudly sponsored by Aquamatic Cover Systems, the leaders in functional technology across an entire spectrum of swimming pool covers. Today, retractable pool covers are an important part of any pool project, regardless of your needs or budget. If your concerns are safety, energy efficiency, pool cleanliness, evaporation control, or all the above, Aquamatic has you covered. To learn more about Hydrolux, our most advanced and adaptable automatic system, visit us on the web today at aquamatic.com.